Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And again, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock. He's being addressed by two ECW guys. Hell, two former TNA, WWE, every company, you name it, these guys were in it. Well, apart from Bubba Ray, he wasn't really in WCW, but Stevie Richards certainly was. But he did hold the WCW tag titles. So Bubba Ray and Stevie Richards have went through The Rock. Who do we want to go to first? I think we'll go to Bully Ray. So Bully Ray was speaking on Busted Open Radio, and of course, this is he is Dave LaGreca's co-host. So is this going to be biased? We'll have to see. And I quote: "I stuck up for these guys, and I told the Busted Open Nation the way they connected the dots, they've earned my benefit without to sit back and enjoy what they're doing. But now everything that's going down, it's now in front of my eyes. They had no clue what the fuck they were doing this whole time. Well, maybe one day we'll come back to the soul. No, don't go back to the soul. You've already stooged it off that it wasn't going to happen. So let's forget about Cody's soul. As a matter of fact, unless I'm getting Cody first to Rock one day, I don't think I need to see it. I don't need to see it. I'm sure as hell don't need to see Roman Reigns and Rock, because Rock's already put the Ulafala around his head. Rock, I want you to let Dave into one of those meetings. I want you to let him sit at the table with you and Brian Gwirtz when you're coming up with everything, because Dave LaGreca is the voice of a wrestling fan, and maybe you should hear or have heard the voice of the wrestling fan before you decide not to show up at Wrestlemania. At the end of the day, Dave's passion makes sense." End of quote. You can clearly see, right? Now, Bully Ray, right? He has been a bit vocal here, but at the start he's like, "Oh, Triple H, he's this, he's that. I want to just sit back and enjoy what they're doing." He's obviously getting that WWE paycheck, and he's whipped out the fishing line here, man. He's the fishing rod, sorry, and it's getting reeled in. He could be going through it a lot more. I mean, he does turn a wee bit at the end, but apparently his co-host, Tom Pestock, said Hunter is the king of fixing situations. Okay, so Hunter is the king of fixing situations. I'm not overly convinced that Triple H is the king of fixing situations. And you want to know why, people? You want to know why I don't think Hunter is the king of fixing situations? Because WrestleMania was in absolute dire need of a fixing. And what did Triple H do? In my opinion, he just sat there and let the company die. So I don't really, well, not let the company die, but he basically just sat there, man, and let WrestleMania get ruined. Like, what are we sitting here talking about, man? With Triple H? Why are we pretending he's the king? What's Triple H fixed? No, honestly, what has Triple H fixed since he's come in to WWE? Can someone let me know? Someone comment down below what Triple H has fixed since he's come in. What has been fixed under Triple H? Because I am lost here, folks. I am absolutely lost. Triple H has fixed hee-haw, right? Honestly, nothing's been fixed. The ratings aren't fixed. Nothing has been fixed. So Bully Ray, he's on the WWE paycheck. I mean, I think he's got a valid point. Like, do we need to see The Rock against Cody Rhodes, The Rock against Roman Reigns? They're just forcing it, and then The Rock's breaking all the kayfabe. It's crap. Fucking stay away from it. Now, former WWE star Stevie Richards, White Sox. Stevie Richards. This was in a video published to his YouTube channel. WWE star Stevie Richards gave his thoughts on Rock's claim of stepping away from WrestleMania so the focus could be on Cody and Cena. This is what Stevie Richards had to say, and I quote: "Well, this is some good old-fashioned hardcore gaslighting of the fans, and everybody else to say this is what we were going to do all along. We knew we were going to do this. If we sound confused, join us, because everybody's confused. This is a Hulk Hogan type situation, and I mean this in the most respectful way. It's a Vince McMahon thing too. Surrounding yourself in your inner circle by yes men, yes people, ass kissers, entourage and all this stuff. You can never do anything wrong, and that's what it feels like. The anchor of this is the title. Cena's willing to sell his soul basically because he wanted the 17th title and he was willing to sell his soul to The Rock, meaning The Rock is the anchor of this entire storyline. With the title, with the soul, with Cody, alternative theories. Do you think Triple H gave credit? Do you think you give Triple H credit for the Cena heel turn in case it goes wrong?" End of quote. Well, I mean, it is gaslighting. I mean, he says it's a Vince McMahon Hogan thing, right? One thing Vince and Kennedy McMahon did, he didn't break kayfabe like The Rock, right? Now, did McMahon surround himself with yes men? Of course he did. John Laurinaitis, you know, is the biggest yes man of all time. Now he's completely went off the rails recently. Um, Unable to pick a side because he's trying to pick the winning side because he didn't know, because the truth always prevails, Mr. Laurinaitis. You big absolute diddy man. But yeah, The Rock getting pelters here. I mean, I don't think The Rock's booking is anything like, or The Rock, like this interview from The Rock is anything like Vince McMahon. Honestly, because The Rock, it's just fucking kayfabe getting broke left, right, and centre. I mean, I'm actually kind of speechless as to where is the yes men that The Rock surrounded himself with. No, like who is The Rock's John Laurinaitis? Yeah, The Rock's on the board, the TKO, but he's never fucking there. You know what I mean? When is The Rock there? When is The Rock genuinely there to be surrounded by yes men? Who's a yes man for The Rock in current WWE? Whether it's on the commission or the board of governors or the board of whatever, man, or what, TKO, who's a yes man for The Rock? I mean, I actually watched this video by Stevie Richards, and I think there's a lot of stuff he says that makes sense, but I just don't really understand this comparison between The Rock and Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon booked some of the greatest shit we'll ever see. What's The Rock ever booked? Every time I see The Rock, he's burying the wrestling business to some degree. And this is honestly no different. This is all he does. It seems to be all he can do, and he can't do a basic interview these days without some reference to the fact it's not real or whatever. And it needs to stop, man. It really needs to stop. McMahon never did this. I mean, also Hulk Hogan's catching strays here. I just feel like McMahon and Hulk Hogan are two of the lowest hanging fruit available on the tree of pro wrestling. Right? It's almost like you can have everybody disagreeing with you, but as soon as you fire a couple of digs directed towards Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon, you're just going to automatically win some wrestling fans over because the majority of them are absolutely brain dead. And I feel like that's what Stevie Richards went for here. And that's a shame, because you know what? I actually like Stevie Richards, but I think that's what he's went for there, because how is The Rock? I mean, Hulk Hogan surrounded himself with yes man. Down now. I'm not saying McMahon and Hogan have never gaslighted fans, but my beefs with the whole breaking a kayfabe. I mean, the Rock's cover up in recent weeks in the past week due to that interview, it's been nothing short of fucking shocker, man. Honestly, don't have a fucking Scooby snack what he's been playing at. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Who's right, Bully Ray, Stevie Richards, or The Rock, or whatever? A lot of blame's getting put onto The Rock's shoulders. What about the guy with the biggest fucking nose in the yard, eh? Where's the blame on his?